Welcome back to Close Up. Right now, a huge proportion of the state's new COVID-19 cases are coming from college campuses. A number of universities are restricting activity and transitioning to remote learning in order to try to slow down the spread of the virus. Here this morning to discuss those efforts and more are UNH President James Dean and University System of New Hampshire Chief Administrative Officer Catherine Provencher. Thank you both so much for joining us. We're lucky to have both the on-campus perspective and the system-wide perspective. Let's start with President Dean. You've seen cases spike and then trend down a little bit. What's the latest right now from Durham?
Yeah, our cases have been trending down over the last few days. We peaked at about 80-something positive cases per day last week. Now we're down to about 40, and we have reason to believe we'll be down to 30. So whatever wave it was that we had last week, for whatever reason, it looks like it's passing. We're certainly not declaring victory yet. We're deciding what restrictions to keep and what restrictions to loosen, but overall good news over the last few days.
And how are you managing the quarantine and isolation on campus versus off campus? How does that work?
Well, we have residence halls on campus that we've used for the entire community. Currently, we're using those residence halls just for students off campus, just to try and manage our capacity. So we have some students in isolation and quarantine on campus. We have some that are doing isolation or quarantine in their apartments in and around Durham. And then we have quite a number of students who, faced with isolation or quarantine, decide to go home to their permanent residence.
And Ms. Provencher, from the USNH perspective, it's not just the Durham campus going through this. Give us the system-wide look right now at what's going on for students.
Similar to what President Dean has mentioned at UNH, Plymouth State has also seen a spike in cases and have more students in isolation and quarantine, certainly, than we did in the fall. Keene State has just come back to campus early this week and is remaining vigilant on testing, et cetera. I can tell you also, Adam, that this is not unique to New Hampshire. I was on a call last week with a regional higher ed action group, and there were many colleges and universities represented that are seeing, disappointing high positivity rates around New England.
And you mentioned the situation in the fall, Ms. Provencher. What were some of the lessons learned from those spikes that we saw related to social activity?
I think, our campuses have done everything right, and we had a good experience in the fall. When our students came back to campus this semester, the rates were higher nationally and in the state. So while we remain vigilant to ensure that we can get a handle on it, we're doing everything right and encouraging our students to stay safe, social distance, and mask.
President Dean, this has to be one of the hardest aspects of dealing with the pandemic on campus. Normally, a college or university campus is a beehive of activity, intellectual, social, communal. How do you restrict that appropriately while still trying to preserve what's special about that college experience?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and we talk about that literally every day. We've been able to have in-person classes for the vast majority of the year, so that's been fine. We've been able to have meetings among our students. Just for the last week or so, we've gone away from in-person classes and restricted the meetings to a smaller level. But our faculty have really been terrific at being able to offer online classes and hybrid classes, and we've learned how to do virtually everything the same way we're having this interview. So it's probably had less of an impact than we thought. The other thing that a lot of viewers may not know is that while we've had a number of students who test positive, very few of them are actually sick. They mostly are completely asymptomatic, so they're able to go on with their lives even though they have to quarantine or be in isolation.
And President Dean, has there been any success with a particular message in getting students to change their behavior when they really do want to engage in that social activity?
I think that our main message is that we're all in this together and we have to protect one another. I mean, especially when students are preparing to go home, for example, at the holiday break, we tried to impress on them that their family safety was at risk, and that seemed to have some impact. But I think really just trying to take care of one another. They are community spirited young people, and that has mostly worked. And even when our results are disappointing, we're mostly seeing pretty safe behavior by the vast majority of people on campus. We're just trying to get to that last couple of percent that could help us to improve our percentages.
And system-wide, Ms. Provencher, you know, we heard President Dean just mention the aspect of that so much of this is asymptomatic. How much harder does that make the job of trying to control this when so many of those cases just pop up and have no visible evidence of them?
Well, I think that's the enormous challenge, that students don't recognize that they have the virus, and that's the challenge. And so it's again the messaging, the encouraging safe behavior, et cetera.
President Dean, we know it'll be a while before students or younger people in those 20s age groups will be eligible for the vaccine, but are you keeping track right now of how many faculty and staff members are vaccinated on your campus?
Yeah, we're in the early stages of doing that. We just have stood that up just over the last few weeks, actually, as people are beginning to get vaccinated. But we will keep track of that going forward. Yeah, unfortunately, students, as you said, are best case probably a couple months away from getting vaccinated.
And President Dean, as you look toward the future, obviously the planning is already underway for the fall semester, coming, a new crop of students coming in. Is it your sense yet that there's going to be a quote-unquote normal or a new normal for these kids who are coming in the fall of 2021?
Well, that's the question everybody's worried about. I think we'll be back to something that looks relatively normal in the fall. I'm sure you followed this. You know, the president's projections and Dr. Fauci's projections have moved around a bit and frankly moved back a bit. But everyone seems to think that we'll have an awful lot of people vaccinated by the fall. We'll be doing that planning this summer, but we hope to be something close to normal by the fall semester.
What's your perspective on that, Ms. Provencher, in terms of system-wide? You know, how close to normal will New Hampshire be able to get?
I absolutely agree with President Dean's comments that, you know, we believe that there will be more normalcy by the fall, but we'll be planning for that over the summer as more is known with vaccine timing, et cetera.
And Ms. Provencher, we do want to shift gears a little bit here because there has been other big news going on in the world of higher ed here in New Hampshire. Obviously, the governor in his budget proposed a merger between the university system and the community college system of New Hampshire. What is your perspective as the chief administrative officer for the university system on how something like that would work?
So our university system board is fully supportive of the governor's proposal. We know that the number of high school students is declining, and that trend is expected to continue to significantly worsen by 2025 and into 2030. We also know that there is increasing financial need on the part of our students and their families, and the pandemic has exacerbated that. So it's incumbent upon us to do everything we can to, you know, reduce the cost for our students. Here in New Hampshire, there are, you know, a lot of good work has gone on with a working group made up of trustees, presidents, and staff from both systems, and we can accelerate that work through a merger. You know, this is going to be a process, and we look forward to working with the governor and the legislature and the community college. It's so important that we keep in mind the unique missions of both systems. They're distinct and provide tremendous benefit to New Hampshire. So that will be an important part of this work as well. But most importantly for the students, we do believe that there's real benefit in reducing the complexity and providing seamless paths from high school to community college to the university system, as we can have common technology and work processes. We do believe this will benefit our students.
And Ms. Provencher, the governor was talking about scenarios in which you might see a Nashua Community College student be able to use labs or access programs at the University of New Hampshire or something like that. Does that happen to any extent currently, or would that really be kind of breaking new ground?
It does happen. It does happen. I know there are partnerships between, for example, Great Bay Community College and the University of New Hampshire. But again, often between all the community colleges and those institutions in the university system, it's a complex process that we hope we can really make simpler for our students.
And as we wrap up here, President Dean, one last question for you. Are you optimistic about the future, what this is going to look like in that fall semester?
Yes, I am optimistic about the future. We've learned you need to be optimistic. I'm naturally optimistic. I think the numbers are coming down now. The vaccine numbers are going up. I think we're going to get there. So I am optimistic.
All right, President Dean and Chief Administrative Officer Provencher, we really appreciate your time here on Close Up. Good luck with the rest of your mission in this crucial year. We appreciate your time.
Thanks so much.